Hello, Iowa. Passing through on my way to Jersey to fight my case.
All right, well, here he is, Green Central Station, on his way to New Jersey. The New Jersey Weedman, the legend. This man has done a lot to fight the injustice regarding these bad cannabis laws. And he does a lot of it all on his own. A lot like, you find yourself out on an island sometimes.
A lot of times. You do bail by yourself, you do jail by yourself. You go to court by yourself most of the time. But you know what? This trip here, I did reach out. I reached out like, hey, help me, potheads, help me. I need to go home. I need to ride my... And I wanted to go home in the Weedmobile. I couldn't move home.
Right.
I wanted to go home in the Weedmobile because once I get back to New Jersey, I would have had no car, no nothing. I wanted to have a car, and I wanted to use my car as my campaign mobile because I'm going to go to trial. But I also made a promise 15 years ago that every year I would run for office until marijuana is legalized in New Jersey. So every year I run for office in New Jersey. This year I want to go back and have my campaign mobile. And I actually want to win, beat the state, instead of going immediately back to California. Ride it out, have a real campaign for a while, just to see what kind of attention I can get, and how many potheads, how many people who believe in medical marijuana will come out and support me this year. I mean, especially in light of the hypocrisy of Governor Christopher Christie. There's a lot of people who's mad at his policy, even if they're not into marijuana.
The one state official came out and said that he's intentionally sabotaging it.
Yeah, he is. Oh, he is. He's been undermining it from the very beginning.
Yeah, that's what upset me though, where he questioned that that he even has MS, and then there's somebody else that's going to prison with MS in New Jersey, who would benefit. Yeah, I see. It's just upsetting. And here I am in Iowa. We fought with the Board of Pharmacy, and we had 4 public hearings, and the Board of Pharmacy decided that let's take marijuana at least out of Schedule 1 so we can at least do research and provide it for the people that need it, that do benefit from it. Because Ed, I know that you corresponded a time or two with Carl Olson regarding scheduling this and that. And
just recently, like, whoa, I saw something he wrote. I was like, I gotta call him. I need to catch that. And oh my goodness, what he sent me took me off into other things, because I'm one of these people, I'll read it, I'll catch an obscure quote, and I'll follow that quote to see where it came from. Anyway, I'm fascinated with this case now, how the DA is going to come back to this. And then on top of that, just the fact that right now that there are dispensaries in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, they're set to go.
Congress has allowed that because Congress funds Washington, D.C.
Who would be the first congressman or senator to sign up for a card to break the barrier?
That's amazing, though.
But hey, I just wanted to follow up real quick. I know we got another brother that's behind the bars that you had the pleasure of hanging out with and playing chess with, Dr. Reefer.
Yeah.
Pierre Warner, Pierre Warner. He's a friend of mine. I got a chance to meet him when he had his Dr. Reefer. There's a picture of us right up there.
Right. I didn't know until just recently that he was in prison. I knew
they called him off because of what happened, all that big roundup there in Nevada. They made I guess, what do you call it? They made an example out of him and called him a career offender in marijuana. And so he has to do a mandatory, I don't know, however many months, 40 months or something like that.
This was a federal?
Federal, yeah. They ended up dropping federal on him. And all the rest of the people got off on state. But the thing was, they allowed his mom and his brother to get parole. And so he pretty much had to sacrifice himself for his family. Yeah. A lot like Tommy Chong had to do, Yeah. Basically, you put yourself out there, and it's like...
Wow.
Yeah, so...
That's amazing. Like I didn't realize what happened.
And I'm hoping the best for you.
I just knew that. I just found that out when I was in Denver.
Right.
Yeah,
he had, in January, I think they took him in. So.
Well, my argument is I'm taking it to the jury. I'm hoping my jurors can see the light. It's all or nothing battle with me.
Well, more and more juries aren't convicting people for pot when people can go to a jury. See, I had a case where I was pulled over speeding, but my car smelled like weed. I didn't have any weed on me, and so I refused the piss test. But in the end, I had to plead guilty, and it was going to be too expensive to fight the case.
Yeah, municipal charges are bad because you don't have a jury. You're fighting the judge and a prosecutor, a public defender, because the public defender's on their side.
Yeah,
You know what I
really.
mean? So it's like.
Well, I had an attorney, but for him to fight the charges that I wasn't under the influence was going to cost me a lot, and then.
Yeah, that happens too. You're a little guy, and you're faced with fighting someone.
So it was either pay my attorney $1,000 to, and I played a deal to where I had to do 20 days in county, no probation. But still, it was bullshit,
Yeah.
It was still bullshit in the end. I mean, basically, I got,
Who wants to do 4 minutes?
Yeah, really.
Let alone 20 days.
All right, well, I'm trying to get a quick snapshot here of me and the New Jersey Weedman hanging out at Rolling Green Studios. New Jersey Weedman on his way back to New Jersey to go to court. This is a monumental trip for him. He's doing the ROADAMENTARY.
Yep, calling it ROADAMENTARY, making a documentary of everything. So actually, you just became a star of it.
All right.
You're my Des Moines, Iowa
Yeah,
star.
that's right.
You're gonna represent Des Moines.
Right. We represent. And hey, I wanted to tell you, Ed, you're the second person that was in How Weed Won the West that I've got to interview and hang out with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right here. Sid Wilson from Slipknot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was in there. Slipknot was in there when that the Cypress Hill show and all that. And, anyway, so they, Sid was in the movie. They interviewed him, and then when they, I got a copy of the movie and I screened it at locally, just to raise awareness, and promote the upcoming events like the march and stuff. And Sid came out for it, and me and him filmed a little short video clip and stuff.
Oh, okay, so he lives in this area?
Yeah, he lives in Des Moines. Slipknot, they're from Des Moines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I ran into him at a show when I was passing out flyers for the movie, and I was at a potluck show, and he was going to get on the elevator, and I didn't know it was him, but I was like, so I handed the guy the flyer, and he goes, hey, I'm in this movie. I was like, and then I introduced myself, and we never met before, but next thing then it's been really good, I guess
that documentary to me has done a lot for my national exposure, because I tell you, I think on the internet, people who follow marijuana, that was out there already.
Right.
A lot of people who just suddenly seen this documentary that weren't into the whole internet marijuana movement. I was suddenly introduced to them, but I got a lot of emails. I still get it like on a regular basis, because that movie now is on Netflix. It's on Hulu, and nowadays the internet, people just spread it anyway. So I'm constantly getting emails now about hey, I just saw you on Netflix. Hey, I just saw someone just gave me $30. They told me they saw me on Netflix.
On How Weed Won the West.
And
that was a great spot, and with that ex-banger, he was Next Blood. The guy, I forget his name.
Yeah.
He's legend though and everything, but I mean it was good back and forth between, it was like he was talking about the pot butter. I can't believe it's not pot butter, and he was just like roll out. He's like, I was like,
and them guys, I don't know what happened to them. They were a brand, and then like one day they just were like gone. I don't know.
Oh, the movie company?
No, the guys.
Oh.
Who made that?
Can't believe that's not pot butter.
Not pot butter, yeah. And when they first started it, I was one of the dispensaries that they came in. I liked it, and they packaged it well, and it looked good. I thought they were going to survive. There's a whole industry in LA.
Yeah, I was reading Frisco. They're wanting to cut out the edibles and the.
You know what? Here's what I say to all these government entities that attempt to do all these things. They've let it out of the bottle. They let the genie out. You never can squeeze anything back in the bottle. You're not squeezing toothpaste back in. As far as California goes, they're out. And then on top of that, what it is we all know that what the government used to keep marijuana illegal were nothing but lies. And since people know that those are lies now, they're more and more inclined to step away from the government's positions. It's obvious the government's been lying about marijuana for a long time. marijuana is kept illegal simply because the government said it was a Schedule I drug and had no medical use. And it's obvious that was a flat out lie. So at this point, it doesn't matter which government entity attacks the marijuana movement. We are on the winning side. There never will be a day you're going to pick up a newspaper and go, oh wow, the government won, it's war on drugs, or the government won, it's war on pot. That'll never happen. What's going to happen sooner or later is marijuana's going to be made legal. What's going to happen sooner or later is there's going to be a case or two. Something is going to make it to the Supreme Court, and
what do you think about these votes coming up in November? I'm really looking forward to see what's going to go down. And
yeah, but it's going to still come down to having to be rescheduled.
Right.
Somewhere
along the line. Or descheduled. Or let's deschedule and defelonize.
That's why I can't.
Deschedule and defelonize.
Mr. Olson's case was going to have some success in that, and ultimately it still may. But at this point, I think it's going to be like a court case. I'm even hoping it's my court case,
yeah.
to raise certain things, get challenged on appeal. On appeal, the appellate courts rule in favor, or something like that. So then someone challenges to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court sides with me, or whichever case comes along. But someone's going to win this.
And everything goes in cycles too. It seems like with you get one news report and everything's going strong one way, and then all of a sudden you get some reefer madness comes back out from another direction.
But everybody knows it's crap.
Yeah, it's like
crap. They just said. I just heard something the other day.
It's like they were scaring everybody with the stone driving epidemic. They cooked up stone driving. Oh, it's stone driving.
I don't listen to them anymore, and most people don't. You know what I wonder? How many millions of dollars does the Partnership for Free America spend on television ads that everyone just laughs at?
Right.
I mean, they're just jokes. They're just a waste of money. It's like the highway to nowhere, the bridge to nowhere. That's what those commercials are.
Yeah.
The bridge to nowhere.
A fried egg to nowhere.
There's no connection between what they're saying and what the American people know.
Right.
And that's the funny part. It's like only the eggheads who make those type of commercials, they're left out of the joke. That they are the odd ones for not understanding that. Or I even think it's starting to get to the point now. If you ask someone, hey, have you ever tried marijuana? They said no. That makes them the odd one now.
Yeah,
just to try it. We're not saying.
I think that's who you have to fear is the people that talk so much bad about it but have never tried it.
Yeah,
it's like
they're delusional. They've been delusional in this.
And you see it on the news comments all the time on the news comments. These people that put stuff off, and it's like, where do you get off with that? You're completely way off base.
Yeah, I laughed so many times.
Yeah.
What did he just say? Does he realize that no one believes that?
I'm going to wrap this little clip up here with you, New Jersey Weedman. Ed Fortune, is that it? Fortune? Fortune. Ed Fortune. That's right. Ed Fortune. That's right. Ed Fortune. Here in Des Moines, Iowa, on the ROADAMENTARY, to his trial in New Jersey, and
wow,
hanging out with Reverend Green here at Green Central Station. Your New Jersey Weedman on the Green Central Station promo there, but I'll take one of your flyers that you got that you're saying.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
I'll go get it.
Yeah, we'll do it. Cool. All right, well, it's excellent for you stopping in, Ed. I'll look forward to our next meeting. It'll be sometime in the very near future.